Tony.
Yes.
Get out of my seat.
I'm sure you can see that that seat over there is vacant.
Tony, you're breaching my privilege by sitting on a seat reserved for me. Father, tell Tony to get out of my seat.
That's our from Banta.
Igwe.
You're welcome. In the spirit of the Okoli festival we're about to celebrate, I welcome you to this palace.
I don't want you to set the table yet, but make sure that everything is ready so that as soon as he comes out, he eats. Okay?
Yes, Your Majesty.
What is it?
Mama, things are gradually getting out of hand. And in as much as I've always hated acknowledging it, everybody has a limit to what he can endure.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the obvious but unnecessary rivalry that Tony is fostering between the two of us. Mama, he has taken it to the limits and I won't tolerate it anymore.
Son, please, just calm down. What happened?
We got to the throne room and Tony left his seat and sat on mine. I asked him to leave my seat and he refused. When I called Father's attention to this, he ignored me and went on to address the others.
How could they? Why would your father do a thing like that?
They might not have an answer to that. Just as I would not be expected to give an answer to such question when I hit back at them.
Solomon, what is your problem?
Fire.
Fire.
Big fire. There's fire on the mountain.
There's an old saying. I refuse to run if I don't know whom or what is after me. Yes.
Wait. You think I'm joking, right? No, wait. You think this is a joke?
Solomon, this is a very, very dry joke. Did you see any laughter on my face?
Let me ask you. If Prince Anthony and Prince Collins officially decide to declare war among themselves in this palace, will you back one of them up, or will you on your own voluntarily decide to leave the palace?
Until they declare that war. Sometimes it seems to me like you are insane, like you've gone mad.
This has nothing to do with madness, oh.
You're mad, Solomon.
This is a very, very serious matter. As I'm talking to you right now, the throne room is boiling very high. Prince Collins has just declared war and had left the throne. So furious was his anger that when he was coming out of the room, I quickly had to abandon my duty post and took to my heels.
I'm very, very sure this is one of your jokes. This must be one of your silly jokes, Solomon.
Okay, no problem. Silly jokes, Abi. No wahala. But if it is a joke, go ahead and laugh. Laugh very well. Okay? But if it is not, my brother, you will know that I have never been more serious in my entire life.
So, where are you going to now?
Cover. Serious cover. I'm going to take cover until this whole thing dies down completely. Yes. And if you don't want them or anybody to order you to beat up one priest or the other, you better do the same thing.
Your Royal Majesty, I'm suggesting we officially reach out to neighboring towns to this Okoli festival.
I hope you have my support on that. It is a wonderful suggestion.
Thank you.
Your Majesty.
Yes.
My prince. Elders of Mbanta, I greet you all. You see, when a people lose sight of where they are coming from, they become like proverbial man who doesn't know where rain started beating him, and will certainly not know where it will stop to beat him.
You are the true son of your father, Ogwejafo.
Thank you, Honora. Your Majesty, what I'm trying to say is that for the fact we remember and honor our heroes past, posterity will not fail to remember us. And we will continue Okoli Festival to remind us of the sacrifices that our past warriors made for this great kingdom. We have to continue with this Okoli Festival. Once again, I greet you all.
Nze Ogwejafo,
Your Majesty.
In fact, you spoke from the very depth of my heart. Yes, we will continue to build on the visions of the warriors of Mbanta. We will continue to foster peace and prosperity among our people. Yes, at this point in time, let us deliberate on how to make this year's Okoli Festival memorable.
Come in.
Brother. What is it? You don't look good at all.
Nothing to worry you.
I thought you were in the throne room with Father, but the guard I sent to check on you said you were not there. Whatever it is that made you left that place and kept you in this mood is something I should be worried about.
Mary, I'm not in the right frame of mind to discuss anything right now.
Can we talk about it later?
Maybe.
Fair enough. Immaculate is here to see you.
Oh. Then
Alright, excuse me.
Mother, I've come to personally report Colin's attitude.
Is the meeting over?
Yes, Mother. I just want to personally report to you to beg.
But I'm talking to you and you're walking away. I can see I'm not important to you because I'm not Collins.
So because you want to report Collins to me, every other thing I have to do must be discarded, right?
Not exactly. But the truth is that I understand that I'm not your first son. But all the same, I need not remind you that I'm someone else's first son too.
Never ever talk to me in that manner again. I am your mother. And Collins is my son too.
What did the king say about it?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah.
How can something like that happen and the king will say nothing?
You know, this is not the first time that things like this happened and nothing was done about it. But this time, I'm going to make sure that something is done about this.
Oh, that's my man talking. Come here.
Thank you.
I trust you. Well, in as much as I will allow you to use your discretion, always remember that as tiny little drops of water make an ocean, so will these tiny injustices against you build up a tsunami that could sweep you away.
Your Majesty, I do not have the authority to speak on the matter I'm about to go into. But as a childhood friend and a confidant, let me crave indulgence to speak freely.
Honora, this your formality can become quite annoying. It's not necessary. Talk to me. What is the problem?
Collins and Tony are both your children. Like we all know, the okra cannot grow more than a planter. I humbly suggest you do something about this feud between them.
Thank you. It's not as if I have not been doing something in that direction. But you know, boys will be boys. And some of them can be quite stubborn.
To we, their parents, they are the okra.
Yes, and we always try to bend them.
We all witnessed what happened here a while ago. And we also exclusively know that this seat belongs to Collins, who will take over from you when you join your ancestors.
Honora, thank you very much. You may go home now.
Igwe, you know these boys are capable of doing damaging mistakes. And you are the regent of...
Guards! Guards! Come and take this thing away from here!
I will leave.
How I hate to hear that word, regent. How I hate it!
Why are you trying to create problems where there is none?
Now I'm a troublemaker, right? You just called me a troublemaker because I sat on the seat that is rightfully mine.
A seat reserved for only the first son of the family.
And may I ask, what is your definition of a first son? You're lost. Your definition of a first son, is it paternally or maternally?
I don't know what you're talking about. But I need you to know that you are creating problems where none ever existed. There is no gainsaying that Collins has been sitting on that chair since I can remember.
And I want you to also remember that I sit on that chair now, and so it shall be.
The prayer of every good father is for the son to be greater than him. I do not wish any less for your son.
Thank you for that.
I want you to see whatever that is happening to you now, whatever that is happening around you now, as the premium price, as the highest price you must pay for where you're going. You know gold, don't you?
Yes, Father.
Gold is good. Gold is beautiful. Gold is unique. It is desirable, but gold must pass through fire in order to get to that desirous state. Same goes with your son. I want you to know that I will never be alive. I will never live and allow anything that will come to you be given to another person. It will not happen. Do you understand me, son?
Yes, Father.
Good.
I'm very grateful, Father. Thank you very much.
Your Majesty, the Ezeonu is here to see you.
Nego-san, let me talk with Ezeonu.
Thank you, Your Highness.
I told the king that what his second son did at the palace was wrong. Instead of acting it up, calling Tony to order, he acted against me.
It's a lie.
He ordered me out of the palace.
It's a lie. Don't just tell me it happened.
I'm telling you, the king ordered me out of his palace.
Oburusi Gini. Gini na-eme ifenka. Why is he suddenly behaving as if he doesn't know that that throne belonged to Prince Collins? I didn't find it funny when I watched that young man walk away from all that important meeting and the king pretended and behaved as if nothing happened. What is happening?
You can see that he has positioned that throne to Tony. Can't you see it?
I'm afraid. I am afraid that that man doesn't know the nature and the gravity of the problem that he is brewing in his family. He doesn't know anything.
Oh.
Your Majesty, the monkey that wants to eat palm fruit from the bunch will succeed, but not without a bloodied mouth, as the tongues will not spare it. Igwe,
Igwe, how much gunpowder do we have that we should continue trying to shoot down the moon?
Azamo, I know where you're going. I am the dog that refuses to settle for only the warmth of the fireplace because it had been denied the food that was cooked by that same fire.
Your Majesty, I am only the mouthpiece of the gods, and I have delivered the message they gave me.
Azamo, I have always believed that men like us have what it takes to put the slippery water yam in a mortar and pound it into thick pounded yam. Unless you want to tell me that you are no longer one of those men.
Your Majesty, I am Ezeonu, the demigod who pushes a man and tells him where to fall. I am that chief priest who takes meat from the mouth of a roaring lion and gives the same lion fan to fan me while I roast the meat.
Oh, Janamo! That's it. I know you. Even without saying it. Ezeonu, you don't need to tell me about yourself. I know. And that's why I wonder why the Ezeonu I know. Why a man of your caliber, a man that has defied all odds, cannot convince the gods that my son is both competent and qualified to succeed me.
Please tell Prince Collins I'm here to see him.
Oh, unfortunately, he's not around.
It's terrible what these network providers do. I tried several times to reach him on the phone, but I couldn't connect.
Well, the network has been crappy for a while now. Have you not noticed that you only receive calls? And even when you try to make a phone call, you keep dialing and it still won't connect.
The atrocities, the litany of the atrocities is unending. And we have a regulatory body that is supposed to... as if they are listening to what I'm saying. Do you have any idea when he's going to come back?
Don't even start asking about him because you heard me coming.
Prince Anthony.
If it's your greeting you want to do next, please skip it. I don't know.
Well, I intended to ask if you're all right.
Did I just perceive a sign of sarcasm in what you just said now?
Anthony, what is wrong?
Sister, you want to know what is wrong? I'll tell you what is wrong. What is wrong is that I will not allow the smooth operator to deceive you like he's been deceiving Collins.
Anthony!
There's no need to be rude, Your Highness. I know you don't like me, but...
But what? I really don't like it when cheap commoners get cheeky with me. What is it? That your Collins' friend does not give you the right to talk back at me. You hear me?
Princess, tell Prince Collins that I came to check on him.
Edmund, are you aware that my sister Mary is getting ready for marriage?
Of course I know.
Then, I don't want you, and I will not take it if your lying tongues come here to distract her. You hear me? Excuse me.
I'm so sorry. I'm really, really sorry. Please don't take whatever I said to heart.
It's alright. I understand.
And please, can you not tell Collins about this?
I will not tell him.
I thought he's just in a bad mood. He's not honest.
It's okay.
Thank you. Should I get you anything? Water?
No, don't bother yourself. I'm okay, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
Uncle Ibe, it's rather very unfortunate that things are the way they are now. I never bargained for the growing ill treatment I'm getting in that palace right now. I never bargained for it.
From all you told me, it's obvious that the king is scheming to deny you of what rightfully belongs to you.
But why would he do a thing like that? I was raised with the impression that I will be handed over the throne of Mbanta as soon as I come of age. Now I'm a graduate. I earn money, and I'm capable of taking decisions and responsibilities as a man.
Prince Collins, I cannot say that I never imagined the possibility of Caesar denying you of your father's throne. Since he stopped people addressing him as a regent, but as a king, I knew that handing over to you will not be an easy thing.
You know, to be honest, I never had any problems with him sitting on that throne. But making it obvious to me that Tony will succeed him is one hard, bitter pill to swallow.
See, the people of Mbanta respect their custom and tradition, and they will never allow this to happen. Even if they do, your mother's people are no cowards.
Thank you very much, Uncle. I know I can always count on you.
You're always welcome.
How did you travel all the way from Mbanta to Benin Kingdom?
That is a story for another day. Now, Umeji continued to work in the palace of the then Oba of Benin. And when the white men began to set up schools, he was one of those that they sent to school.
Wow, that must be a great privilege for him to work in the Oba's palace.
Of course, he did very well in school. And because his brilliance outstanded the white man, he was eventually brought back home and was made a warrant chief.
Interesting! I've heard so much about warrant chiefs. I never knew we had a warrant chief in this house.
And a brilliant one at that. He was actually the person that carved out Mbanta from Obodogo. And because he understood and spoke the white man's language, he was revered. He ruled over Mbanta for 85 years. And when he eventually died, my late husband took over as the first son. But sadly, he died in his prime after I had Collins.
Must have been really hard for you then.
You cannot imagine what it was like for me. When I discovered that there were plans to kill Collins, I had no other choice than to marry your father. Then I had Tony and you.
The throne has always belonged to Collins. I really don't know why it's so difficult for Anthony to accept it.
The king is his biological father, and he believes he's the one to succeed him. My daughter, this is not our tradition. No sane mother will allow her 2 sons engage in a fight that a little bit of discretion will solve.
Vivian, it's not as if I am trying to push him into doing what he doesn't want to do. My problem with him is that he has allowed himself to be played for a very long time.
Emma, does that mean you don't like gentlemen?
Vivian, Collins is not even that kind of gentleman. It's just that he has allowed a lot of things to go over his head.
Were you not the same person that was telling me about how romantic your Collins is? So what's with the sudden change of perspective? What?
If things go the way he's telling me, he may lose out as the next king of Mbanta.
Emma, Mommy. So, this is what you girls intend to do today, eh?
Mommy, good morning, Mommy. I've had my bath. I'm just getting ready to go to work.
Getting ready to go to work? What about breakfast? Is your father going to go to work on an empty stomach?
No.
Eh?
No, I will go and prepare it.
You better do so.
I know you're not in a very good mood, but going without food is to the detriment of your health. You can't go on like this, brother. Please come, let's go and eat.
Mary, I don't know how else to tell you that I'm not hungry. It will be worse my going out there and picking my food in front of everybody. I may even spoil other people's appetite.
Your Highness, Edmund is here to see you.
Okay, tell him I'll join him soon.
Hello.
Who's
Good
this?
morning. Sorry, please sit down. A guy just came to inform Prince Collins you were around. Thought I should come remind you.
Oh, come on. I promised you I was not going to breathe a word of what happened to Prince Collins.
Okay, then. We're about to have breakfast. It won't be a bad idea if you join us.
Thanks. I will take a rain check on that.
You're sure?
Yeah.
Okay, then. Please join us.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
Where is Collins?
He has a guest that will join us soon.
He would have eaten first before attending to the guest.
I need to say why I'm here before I lose the courage to say it.
Hey, you're getting me worried, man. What is it?
I need you to be very careful in whatever you do.
You have my attention. Come on, man. Come on, Ed, man. Tell me, what is it? Stop beating about the bush, man. Go ahead, tell me.
You were poisoned.
How? When? Where?
You need to calm down. You were not poisoned, for real. It was just a dream I had. You know I don't joke with my dreams.
This is a tricky situation for me now. I am just in a very tricky situation now. So you're joking about my being poisoning is hardly what I want to say.
I just told you I don't joke with my dreams.
Okay. Tell me about it. Let's hear it.
All right.
I heard you're taking a stance against what I intend to do for my son. I don't know why you have a problem with that. But I want you to understand.
You should do the right thing. Instead of pitting my two sons against each other.
Caroline, stay out of this. I am the head of this family. And it's in the best interest of this family that I'm taking this decision to go.
I get it. What did you say?
Mother, you were not listening to me. I was telling you about my life.
I was thinking about your life, Collins. No matter how much belief you have in what your friend told you, I want you to see it for what it is, a dream. No one can poison you in this house.
Poison? Mother, I heard that. Brother, who is trying to poison you?
Guess you heard wrong. Nothing to worry about.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I if you say so.
Collins, your life is not in danger in this house. When your father died, everyone knew you were next in line. Those who were eyeing the throne wanted to kill you. But Caesar protected you. He will not allow anything happen to you here.
Father, what I'm saying is, in as much as Collins is not your son, he's your elder brother's son, and Anthony and I are yours, we are all your children. We come from the same mother.
Go ahead.
I want you to do everything you can to bring this looming feud between Collins and Anthony to an end.
Mary, I've heard you. See, I want you to realize that this issue is far above your comprehension and competence. It's a big one. Now, Mary, why don't you, get hold of issues and, matters that you can very easily come to grips with, that you can easily grasp.
I guess you're not happy I'm talking about this. I know I don't really know much about the culture and tradition of Mbanta Kingdom. But one thing I know for sure. As soon as a man becomes uncomfortable in his own house, accusing fingers will be pointed at everyone in the house.
Child, what are you talking about?
Father Collins is not your biological son. And should anything happen to him right now, keeping a hold on the throne will be motive enough for the police to point accusing fingers at you.
Mary, come on. I think you misunderstand the entire thing. Huh? You're not making any comprehensible meaning. Huh?
Collins does not feel safe in this house. He feels... someone is trying to poison him.
What? Mary. In his own house? Oh, come on, Mary. In your own house? In my own house? Daughter mine, in our own house. How is that possible? Come on. Eh?
So Collins is safe?
Oh, come on, Mary. Perfectly safe. I don't know where you're getting all this, your spurious ideas from. Huh? This is Collins' very house. He's been part of family. He is family. Come on, daughter mine, look at me. Are you doubting it? Have you ever doubted it? Eh? Come on. That's right. That's right. Everything is all right. He is safe.
Okay, Father. I'll have to leave you now.
Okay.
By truth and justice, a kingdom stands, but by lies it falls apart. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy, only tears us apart, only breaks us down. A kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. Fighting each other, we are much stronger when we exist hand in hand, living in peace and love. A kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. Fighting each other.
Ezeonu, I've thought about this issue over and over again, but one thing keeps coming. I've tried to ignore it, but I wouldn't.
Ogwejofo, go straight to the point.
What I'm saying is that I have refused to accept that His Majesty is planning to make Prince Anthony his successor without the support of Ezeonu.
How can you say a thing like that? Ezeonu cannot condescend so low and go against the tenets of this community.
My brother, nothing is impossible. Nothing.
Ogwejofo, Ezeonu is he mad? He's the custodian of all we hold sacred. How can he be caught in such an outrageous act?
You are talking as if you have forgotten that when death wants to kill a dog, it will first of all make it mad.
And if death has marked Ezeonu, let him go against the laws of equity, fairness, and justice.
I hope I'm wrong. I just hope I'm wrong.
Choma, I heard the Queen nearly slapped his teeth off his mouth today. You don't say.
I tell you.
This one is a new one on you. I mean, what could you have done to make the Queen so angry as to slap Prince Anthony?
My dear,
I'm really not sure.
But I heard he sat on a seat reserved for Prince Collins.
Why would he do a thing like that?
So you just asked the person who set the seat for them, right?
Sorry, I thought one who asked questions. To know this.
You just missed this one now. Hurry up, what you're doing. Let's get out.
I hear you, madam.
Hurry up.
There is a way things will be, and it will be evil of an elder like me to keep quiet. That is why I've come, so that we can talk.
Uncle, I don't think we'll have time to talk over what you have
You
done.
will have to hear me out, my son. It is with sadness that I received the news of what is going on between you and Collins in this house. Why must my nephews be fighting each other?
Uncle, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I'm not fighting with anybody. I'm only asking for what is rightfully mine.
Collins is your elder brother. He is not only the first son of your father, but also the first son in this family.
And I need not remind you too that I'm also the first son of my father, or do you have a problem with that?
I don't have any problem with that. All I'm soliciting for is peaceful coexistence between you and your brother. Give him the respect he deserves, and I believe he will reciprocate.
Sir, and let me remind you, my father sits on the throne of Mbanta for now, and so it shall be until he finishes running his course here on earth, and the throne automatically comes back to me. I am nobody's slave.
What's going on? I just saw Tony walked out in anger.
Princess, I don't know what to tell you, but it's obvious all is not well.
Nelson, I used to think highly of you before, but
Your Highness, have I done anything wrong?
Nothing. But if you're not careful, something is going to go wrong very soon.
What are you talking about?
I'm oblivious of the fact that you're not aware that the marriage between you and my sister Mary is at the verge of falling through.
Your Highness, what is it I need to know?
You know Edmund, my brother's mischievous friend?
Of course, I know Edmund.
I've come to the realization that Edmund did not come to this palace only to hang out with Collins, but he has an ulterior motive: to take Mary away from you.
Your Highness, are you serious about this?
I can't be joking with a matter as this serious.
In that case, I have to take everything very serious about this issue.
Good. And I need to let you know too that he has my brother's support, Collins, and that of my mom. So whatever you need to do, my advice for you is do it fast and good.
Your Highness, I'm very grateful. Thank you for the advice.
Excuse me.
My friend, this is a palace, not a refuse dump or an abandoned site. I want things put in order in this place.
Collins, let this be the first and last time you go around talking to people who come here to give me unsolicited advice.
Excuse me? I would appreciate it if you step out of my sight this minute.
And if I don't get out of your sight, what will happen?
You will see the wrong side of me.
Oh, threatening me in my own father's house?
This is my house too.
No, this is not your father's house. And you don't have any right going around talking to people who have time to listen to your tale of woe.
Tony, be careful how you talk to me.
What if I don't? And let me tell you, as the future king of Mbanta, I have every right to talk to whoever I choose and in whatever manner I choose to talk to the person.
You know, you sure have an...
Listen what my son is turning into. And his father is not even helping matters.
He didn't even allow me to talk. If he could treat me as such, I wonder what he could do to others that may want to advise him. Igwe.
Mazibe, I thought you came to see your sister. The report I've just got tells me otherwise.
Your Majesty, I do not understand.
Why are you people hounding Anthony to death?
Your Majesty, my actions are honestly far from that.
Are you aware of the fact that your sister nearly slapped off Anthony's face for no just cause?
Your Majesty, are you in any way saying that I do not have the ability to discipline my own child if he steps out of line? Is that what you're saying?
I don't want anybody stirring up problems for me in this house. I still remain the head of this family. Unless perhaps both of you want to tell me to my face that I'm no longer capable of taking decisions in my own house.
You are taking this thing too far, Your Majesty.
I don't want this issue discussed ever again. I don't want anybody talking about Anthony, how or why Anthony should sit on any particular seat or sits on any particular chair in the throne room. Never again.
By truth and justice, a kingdom stands, but by lies it falls apart. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy only tears us apart, only breaks us down. A kingdom divided against itself cannot stand.
Oh, Nelson. Nelson?
Nelson,
Hi there.
Edmund is greeting you.
I don't want to greet him.
Edmund, Nelson, is there something going on that you guys are not telling me?
If there is anything to be told, I think Nelson is in a better position to do so. Obviously, he's the angry one here.
Nelson,
What is it?
what's wrong?
I said I don't just want to greet him. Or are you telling me I don't have the right to greet who I choose to greet and who I don't choose to greet? I don't want to greet him.
Take care of yourself.
Nelson. Nelson, what was that about?
Mary, if you want to know, I will spill it. Tell me, is there anything going on between you and him?
I beg your pardon.
You heard me. I didn't speak Swahili.
Wait. Are you insinuating that I'm having an affair with Edmund? You know what? It's not important. As you can see, I was on my way out. I guess I'll see someone.
Very easy.
Well, I'm sorry about that. I was just angry about...
That what? That what, Nelson?
It is quite unfortunate that he experienced what he experienced when I went to ask him questions and give him a piece of advice.
I was just about coming to plead with you as his childhood friend to talk to him.
My brother, you have done what a concerned well-wisher could do. You see, it's like a goat who lies in field to spite its owner, only for it to realize that he's lying on his own skin.
My little nephew has grown so much wings to the extent that he looks me on the face to insult me terribly. What is this world turning to?
It is only a man who knows what the world is turning to that will answer that question.
Only God knows what he told his father that made him come to my sitting room where I was sitting with my sister to scold me like a child. I wonder what kind of upbringing parents give to their children these days.
You are even lucky the king insulted you in presence of your sister. In my own case, he ordered me out of his palace.
What?
My childhood friend.
Ezeonu, I rest my case. One who goes to nurse a baby cannot still wait behind if the baby dies.
There are some certain painful things that can kill parents faster than guns. And that is exactly what you and your brother are doing at the moment. You see, I am trying so hard to convince myself that you do not want to send me to an early grave.
Mother, how can you think about such a thing?
That is exactly what you're doing.
Me, how?
Anthony, I'm sure you would not want mother to die prematurely. That's why I'm lending her my voice to plead that you please take this thing easy. Try and settle whatever you have with Collins.
So listen. Now you're blaming me for the problem between me and Collins, right?
Well, what I am asking for is for both of you to calm down and take things easy.
Mom, I am not the right person for you guys to talk to. I am absolutely the wrong person. I am not the one going around places telling people about the problems in this family, which I can't even find that problem. Therefore, if there's anyone to be talked to, it's Collins. You all should go look for him and talk some sense into him. And this thing will be over.
You know, I really envy you.
Prince, please don't make me laugh.
What's funny about what I just said?
You envy me. Prince Collins. How could someone like you envy me? What is it that I have that you don't have? Nothing. But I can count millions of things that you have that I don't have and I might not have. So why envy me?
Come off it, Nelson. I was just talking about the fact that you're getting married soon. I mean, that's a huge commitment.
Oh, well, thanks. I take it as a compliment. But you and I know that there are thousands of girls out there who not think twice to marry you if you propose to them.
I'm happy for you all the same, Nelson. And I will do all I can to see that you and my sister have a spectacular wedding.
Thank you, Miss Carlos.
Hi.
Hi there. Oh, well, I guess I have to leave the two lovebirds alone.
Oh, not so fast, brother. Please, could you just keep him company a little while I get something for him?
Well, in that case, I have to go and see the king. Maybe by the time I'm done with him, the food will be ready.
Okay, fine then. Suit yourself. But I just want to ensure I do the cooking by myself.
Well, my stomach is waiting.
You know, the spark between both of you is amazing. There's something to be envied.
Thank you, brother. Please, if you'd excuse me, I need to start immediately.
Thank you, my prince. I have to see the king.
And I have to take my rest.
Now that you are ready for the wedding, we will all join hands together and make it a wedding to remember.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Ask your father to join you when next you're coming, so that we'll all sit here and begin a proper planning for the wedding.
Thank you once again, Your Highness. I will do just that.
Good.
Honestly, it is funny how Igwe has refused to reason with anybody. But come on, between the two, who do you think will eventually emerge victoriously?
Wadike, is it not unfair to use the destruction that face another man's family to see who is better in predicting tomorrow?
See, when a man discards his calabash, his neighbors will definitely kick it around or even use it to take away garbage.
You are right. But then, if a man lacks understanding, it is also the duty of his kinsman to put him right.
That is when the man is ready to learn. As it is now, all we need to do is to pray for the royal family. That's all. What if Igwe succeeds in securing that throne for Prince Anthony?
All we have to do is to pray for wisdom to be a companion in this trying time. Let the man that is destined to rule win the war among the two. After all, they said, a man that kills his brother is not classified as a warrior. Yes.
Anyway, let the battle begin.
What?
See, it's either a battle of superiority of strength or an intellectual supremacy. Either way, battle is battle.
Wadika, I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you.
Okay.
Get out of my way, please.
Did I hear you say please? I thought you would have punched me in the face and pushed me aside.
You want a punch?
Why not? Come on, boy. Give me your best shot.
Collins, if you're looking for something to go report to the whole world again, then it's not me. I'll let you go this time.
I love dogs that know when to tuck in their tails in between their legs and run to safety in the face of danger.
Collins, I'm not just ready for your tricks right now.
I thought as much.
Excuse me.
Iyo kaka, iyo kaka, anihara pomenana mebomenenu. Iyo kaka, eziokwana nsogbu apata n'obodo. Iyo kaka, iyo kaka, iyo kaka, anihara pomenana mebomenenu. Iyo kaka, eziokwana nsogbu apata n'obodo. Iyo kaka.
There is no point asking you if she offered you something.
You're right, Your Majesty. As you can see, my mouth is full.
I know. Well, let me allow you enjoy your meal, okay?
That's the right word. Obviously, I'm enjoying the meal. I can say here that my queen, your princess, learned from the best.
Of course, I learned from the best. And my mama here is the best.
You children will not kill me with flattery. Enjoy your meal, son. Excuse me.
I must say, describing your meal as delicious is the best word closer to it all. I'm enjoying it.
Nelson, so now you want me to blow in your flattery?
Baby, I'm not flattering you. You're good. It's delicious. You're the best cook there is.
Thank you, darling. Alright. Glad you like it.
But Mama, I don't think it's fair for you to expect us to live our lives the way your generation lived theirs.
What are you talking about?
Mama, I know Papa has always insisted that we don't bring men into this house. But Mama, don't you think it's right for parents to know the man that is in their daughters' lives?
Come, Vivian. What has this your talk now have to do with the marriage that I'm discussing with Mama?
I'm glad you know your father stands on issues like that.
See, in case you don't know, the man that wants to marry you will marry you regardless of Papa's rules and regulations. Do you hear? So don't put out your head. When I get married, you will come and live with me. I'll marry a very wealthy man. You know, I'll not settle for less. So you come and stay with us.
Emma, if I leave my house and come and stay with you, live with you, who will live with your father here?
That's not the question now. He will stay with Vivian. But you will come. We'll have a mansion with plenty made too.
Emma, if you want Mama to stay with you, you have to make provisions for her husband. Because you will not leave him.
Oh,
please. Stay with him with your father.
You kids are funny. You should get married first before thinking about taking me to God knows where.
No, come, Joe. Stay with me.
Emma, I'll come and stay with you. If I'm coming, my husband will come and live with us too.
That's what I'm saying, Mama.
Ezeonu, I thank you for the kola nut. You see, Virtue said, it will always be grateful to God for sparing the life of elders so that they can remind the young ones that their kind are never considered delicacy.
That is true.
Yes.
That is true.
You are the custodian of our ancient culture and tradition, which has been handed over from generation to generation. Ezeonu, we respect what you stand for.
Ogwejovamo. Mbanta is great because it has never lacked the breadth of well-meaning individuals like you.
Yes, but that greatness Mbanta has always boasted of is about to be trampled upon. Just like an Iroko tree, Ezeonu. Once it is fallen, even women will come to it to fetch firewood. Let us not allow Mbanta to fall.
Ogwejofo, God forbid, Mbanta will never fall.
There is an evil wind blowing in the palace right now. And you know, evil wind blows no one good. I hope you understand what I am talking about. For the interest of generational continuity, I want you to personally talk to the king. Make him to see reasons why an elder should not stay at home and allow goat to give birth in teethers. Please do that for me.
Ogwejofan, I cannot claim ignorance of what you are saying. But what I will assure you is that I will speak with the king and make him see reasons.
You see, as a well-raised Igbo man, Prince Collins has respected our culture and tradition for not striving to become king while the man he calls father is still alive. That is a very big credit for him.
Wise son. Ogwejofan, Afunwa Elotanna. I have heard you, and I am sure that the gods of our land have heard you.
Thank you. Thank you. Ezeonu, I have waited, and I thank God you are here now. What is the reply?
Igwe, what you ask of me is not impossible. You see, Igwe, it is only when the herbalist is well fed, well nourished, Your Majesty, well oiled, that he can go to the evil forest at the darkest of night to obtain the rarest of herbs and roots. Your Majesty, to whom much is expected, much should be given.
You know, you have just thrown a fat, juicy bone to this dog. Forget how this dog and the spirits will do combat out there.
I greet you. I greet you.
You see, Ezeonu, it is necessary that you do everything within your power, everything that is important to ensure that my son, Anthony, sits on this throne when I join my ancestors. I know that I have sent you out to catch the shrew, even with your bare hands. But not to worry. I am going to provide copious quantity of water with which you are going to wash your hands.
Your Majesty. I believe you.
Yes.
You see, what we must now do is to make sure that Anthony lights the fire of the past warriors at Okoli festival.
That's a good one. That's the cleanser. You are the true son of your father. Don't worry. I am going to reward you
born justly. Yes.
Don't worry about that. Igwe! Your son will succeed you. Bakana! Your son will succeed you.
She thinks it's over. But if I eventually find out that she has anything to do with Edmund, Mary, you will see the other side of me. I promise you.
Mary. What is it? What is eating you up? Baby.
Nothing.
Come on.
I'm doing just fine. I'm okay.
Come on. That's a big lie and you know it. Please talk to me. This is not the Nelson I used to know. So, what is it?
Which I said I'm okay. I'm okay. Nothing.
Baby, it's me. You're talking to Rita. Am I not your wifey anymore? What are you hiding from me?
What?
Am I not your wifey anymore?
You know what men are capable of doing.
My dear, I was just too confused. I didn't know what came over him. Look, this guy just smiled like someone that won a lottery, and the next thing, he just stood up and walked out.
Just like that?
Just like that.
And you're sure you didn't do anything to piss him off?
Piss him off? I have never done anything to piss Nelson off. Never.
Whoa, wait. Nelson? Who's Nelson?
That is his name.
I thought we were talking about your boyfriend, the one I know. Who is Nelson? Where is Nelson coming from?
Well, Nelson is this new guy I just met. He's cute, sweet, charming, but I don't know what came over him. I don't just know what came over Nelson. I'm just too confused. I'm confused. He was not like that.
He's cute, sweet, and charming. Girl, I don't know Nelson, so you're on your own on that one.
Don't worry, meet him someday.
I'm not interested.
Whatever.
Yes, Ezeonu. This is a message I brought from the palace. Yes. His Majesty said he's tired of seeing you walking the length and breadth of Mbanta, carrying out your priestly duties. So he asked me to give you this.
His Majesty?
Yes, sir.
Give me this.
Yes. Hey! Well, Ezeonu, that's not all.
How do you?
Yeah. Once you press this one. Yeah. See it.
Hi! His Majesty?
Yes.
Send this to me.
To you, Ezeonu.
Hi!
Ezeonu, that's not all. He also asked me to tell you that whatever you find in the trunk of this car belongs to you.
Solomon, may our ancestors bless you. May they guide and protect you.
He says, He says,
Tell His Majesty that the message he sent The smoke has reached the heavens. May our ancestors continue to guide and protect him. It is well with him.
This is the key, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you want to open the trunk, just press this one.
It's open now.
Yes, it's open. Lift it, yes.
Huh?
Yeah, all yours, Ezeonu.
So it is well with you.
Amen.
You can go.
Amen. Let me take my leave.
Hi! Ezeonu, how will I carry this guy inside? His Majesty will have to do this call center so that I can move this guy inside my house.
I didn't know what that was all about, and I still can't understand what influenced that action.
Ed, I'm really sorry about Nelson and his jealousy. I knew something incited that action, but I couldn't figure.
Jealousy? Come on, I've never given him any reason to feel there's something going on between us.
You know, the truth is, Anthony actually gave him the impression that you and I has something going on with us, and he thinks you come here because of me.
What? How could he say something like that?
I don't even blame Anthony. I blame Nelson. This is a man I'm going to get married to. How can you just act on what people tell you? It's like he doesn't know me well enough to believe the things I can do and the things I cannot do.
Well, it's all right. I'll put everything behind me.
I'm really sorry, please. I hope you're not taking it too hard. I don't know.
And it's in the past now.
It's your honor. Hey, I'm on my way to your house.
I hope there is no problem.
There is no really problem, but have you not heard?
Heard what?
You have not heard that Ezeonu drive a car now?
Ezeonu?
Ma'am, that is what I'm coming to tell you.
Well, there is nothing wrong in Ezeonu driving a car.
Yes, it's not as if there is any problem in Ezeonu driving a car. But you and I know that Ezeonu cannot afford to buy a car as things stands now. Onye nyere Ezeonu ego. Ojishishi. Ojiego.
So the question is how or why Ezeonu bought a car, isn't it?
Bam! That is what we are talking about. Onye nyere ego.
It is too early to make an assumption. If the car comes from where my mind is telling me, you know that calamity awaits us here in Mbanda.
Why are you talking like that? Which calamity? Nobody is going to face with any calamity.
It's okay. It is like a pregnant woman. Let us wait and see how the pregnancy comes out.
It's all right. Where are you going? I just wanted to intimate you. You are my friend.
Yes. You know, it's really wonderful.
What is all this? He is taking too long.
Who knows what is holding them? Well, today has been set aside for the great ceremony. Let us exercise a little more patience.
I know he will soon be here.
Definitely they must be here.
Ima, did you forget something?
I forgot that they're performing their quality today. Well, not really their quality. The Crown Prince will be lighting the fire of courage today at the village square. It was the Okada man I stopped that told me.
You would have quickly gone to see him before.
No. The Okada man said that the elders were already gathered at the square waiting for the prince.
Okay, you'll probably see him tomorrow then.
Do I have a choice?
I'll see you inside.
I have always believed in coming out victorious in everything I do and against all odds. You have that spirit. And I believe it's one of the things that have kept us together as friends all these years.
Yeah. I'm not in the habit of doubting my God. But at times like this, it's obvious that one whose father has joined his ancestors has a lot to lose in the gathering of those whose fathers are still alive.
And God has never ceased to be a father to the fatherless. See, as long as you watch what you eat and drink, you avoid certain gatherings, no harm will come to you.
Well, I've been most careful.
They are here.
Ezeonu, what is the meaning of this?
The Crown Prince will light the fire of courage to commence the Okoli festival.
Ezeonu, I don't think that I am looking at the Crown Prince right now.
Ogwejofanu, I represent both the living and the dead. Our ancestors and generations past, and even the present. It will be a grave sin if you doubt my sense of judgment. Do not allow the anger of the gods to reign upon you and your family.
Ezeonu, he who asks for direction hardly misses his way. Shoot your sword and tell us why he should be Prince Anthony that will light the fire.
Prince Anthony, light the fire of courage.
No, he will not light the fire until he explains to us.
Huh? Oh. The elders of Mbanta have now risen in arms against the wisdom of the gods. Huh? Huh? All right. Prince Anthony, light the fire of courage and let him that is man enough stop him.
I don't have Isaac Amurium. Hey! I simply told the gods I didn't see what happened.
Oh, shut up! Do you have eyes?
Justice, a kingdom stands, but by lies it falls apart. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy only tears us apart, only breaks us down. A kingdom divided against itself cannot stand.
You heard about the flood. that is rapidly submerging all the towns along the banks of the River Niger.
Honestly, that's very serious. That reminds me. You even reminded me of the promise I made to the displaced persons in the camp. I promised them I was going to visit them to help them. Yes, I will see to it.
That's good. I can't begin to imagine the difficulties those people are going through. None of them was prepared for the flood.
Honestly.
I heard that some woke up in the morning and saw their houses flooded. They couldn't take out a pin. They only had to save their lives first.
My worry is that the flood, while carrying water into their houses, must have carried other sea reptiles into their houses. Them snakes, crocodiles, you know.
Even hippopotamus.
Brother, what are you doing here?
Hello. This is Collins, and I am in our house.
What is going on here?
Mom, I saw some elders on my way out a few hours ago. And they are gathered in the village square, and I was informed they are about to perform the Okoli ceremony.
Are you sure about this?
I'm sure, Mom.
Isn't the date for the festival supposed to be publicized?
You know, Caesar, before we got married, you promised me you were going to take care of Collins. You promised me you were going to protect him.
I protected him. I protected him from the wolves out there who wanted to devour him.
They wanted to devour him because of the throne of his father. The same throne you are taking away from him.
No, honestly, Carol, I don't know where you're coming from. And, I mean, what's all this?
Caesar, stop pretending. You want to tell me that you are not aware that, even as we speak, that some elders are at the village square. They must have lit up the fire of the warriors. Collins is here. Who lit that fire?
Well, one who abandons his own gathering must not cry that he has been sent out.
Collins did not bargain for this.
Listen, he was the person who left the meeting where everything about Okoli festival was discussed. He didn't even bother to come back to ask anybody what was discussed at the meeting. Instead, he went all over the place, complaining to you, complaining to your brother, how he's been dispossessed, how he's been maltreated and all that.
You know, Caesar, I've tried so much not to believe that. You're doing everything in your power to make sure Anthony succeeds you. He is my son too, remember? But Caesar, for the sake of equity, give Collins what rightfully belongs to him and stop pitting my sons against each other.
Now listen, woman, and listen good. Don't you ever talk to me in that manner again.
Then do the right thing.
Iyo kaka, iyo kaka, aniya rapomena na mebomenu. Iyo kaka, ezio kwana nsumwa matano bodo. Iyo kaka.
I don't want to go there.
That's a lie. You're going there. Listen, you are going there to see things for yourself. If there are people among those elders that are working against you, you need to look them in the face. You need to look them in the eyes and make them understand that you know the game they're playing.
Where are you going?
To the Okoli festival.
There is no need. They are here.
Truth and justice, a kingdom stands, but by lies it falls apart. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy, only tears us apart, only breaks us down. A kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. Fighting each other, we are much stronger when we exist hand in hand, living in peace and love. A kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. Fighting each other, we are much stronger when we exist hand in hand, living in peace and love. Itself cannot stand. Fighting each other, we are much stronger when we exist hand in hand.
Mother, why do you hate me so much?
Shut up. Shut your mouth. Listen, Anthony. Don't try that your emotional blackmail on me. I do not hate you. I cannot hate my own child. Is this your obsession that is threatening to destroy this family?
Mother, I'm not destroying this family. I am not. I'm only doing... Anyway, Mother, why is it that no matter what I do, nothing ever impresses you? Why?
Anthony, do you know what you have just done?
What?
You went to the village square to light up the courage of the warriors.
Mother, I did it because Collins was nowhere to be found. And the elders were getting impatient. I did it for him. I did it for Collins and for this family. I was even thinking that somebody should at least appreciate what I've just done.
Our elders, I salute all of you. Today is a happy day in Mbanda. And I said, I'm still saying it, that our lives will not be cut short by anybody or any spiritual force or anything at all. Mbanda will live, oh. We will live long. I have cola in my hand.
Your Majesty, go ahead and bless the cola for us.
Yeah.
Chukwu okike. Chukwu okike. Chukwu okike.
Ya toje. Ndogo. 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 Ndonke.
Collins, please.
My dear sister, I've told you not to worry yourself. I'm not running away.
I know, but you can at least tell me where you're going to.
I'll call you.
Is that what I'll tell our mother?
You don't need to tell her anything. I have to do this.
Today, you have shown indeed that You are the nucleus of this community. Today you have shown that you are the backbone, the bastion, the tripod on which this community stands. Oh, I'm very proud of you. I thank you very much. My son has, with your support, he has successfully lit the ritual fire announcing the commencement of Okoli Festival. I thank you for all that. Now the community can be rest assured that all is well. Now the community can celebrate the festival happily, without let, joyously. I thank you. I thank you. I say I thank you very well. You see,
Your Majesty, Prince Collins is leaving the palace with luggage.
What did you say?
Prince Collins is leaving the palace with luggage.
Leaving the palace with his luggage?
Yes, Your Highness.
There is a thin line between love and hate. Honestly, I don't want to push my luck.
You did well, my son. There is no way a cockroach cannot be found guilty in the gathering of chickens. They know you are here.
I told Mary I needed time to think about my life, but I didn't tell anybody I was coming to this place.
They could do all they did for now. Sensing that you are solidly in their way could spell something terrible for you.
You're right, Uncle. You're right. I've switched off my phone.
Good.
And we'll make sure that my car is always parked out of sight. I just want to stay here and watch how things play out.
Rest assured that no one will harm you here. However, I will not sit and watch Caesar deny you of what rightfully is yours. Never.
Thank you, Uncle.
You are welcome.
Where is your mother?
But I don't know where she is.
Mary, where is your mother?
I don't know where she went from.
Now don't tell me that. Don't go telling me that. What kind of disappearance are we having in this house? First, Collins disappeared. Followed your mother. She just disappeared into thin air. Now don't tell me you two are planning to disappear from here too.
Father, Mother just stepped out. I'm sure she'll be back soon.
And her phone is not going.
It's been the terrible network. Network has been bad and everyone has been experiencing it for a while now.
And Collins, why would that boy leave this house without informing me? Why?
And that's what I've been trying to explain to my sister, but she won't listen. Apparently she must have taken the same kind of meal that Collins took that drove him out of the house.
Anthony, I won't let you insult me.
And if I do, tell me, what will you do? Fight me? I will not be surprised at all. Because that's the least of the things that you can do, since you can support another person against your own blood brother.
Something is wrong.
How dare you talk to me?
Hey, shut up, both of you.
Father, if he talks to me, I'll answer him. Let him not be talking to me.
I said shut up.
By truth and justice, a kingdom stands, but by lies it falls apart. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy, only tears us apart, only breaks us down. A kingdom divided against
think that little stunt you and my brother pulled will end you? I demand to know what you intend to achieve from it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Where is Collins?
He is your brother. And you're in a better position to know where he is.
And he's your friend. And I'm sure you must have advised him to go into hiding so that the entire community will empathize with him.
Like I said before, I don't know what you're talking about.
I ask you again, where is Collins?
Why don't you go to the police? Tell them you're looking for your brother or he's lost, instead of wasting your time here.
Edmund, you should be careful how you talk to me.
You are very far from the palace.
And so?
Any reasonable man that finds himself in another man's house is always very careful with his choice of words.
Are you threatening me?
Have a most pleasant day, Your Highness.
Ezeonu, it was still like yesterday when Collins was a baby. I remember you were one of those I ran to when it was obvious that my son was in danger of being killed by people who wanted the throne.
I still remember, Your Majesty.
It was not easy losing the love of my life at a very tender age and very young in my marriage. So I had to marry his younger brother to protect my son.
Praise to the gods in heaven and to our gods for protecting and keeping him alive.
So I married Caesar and he became the regent of Mbanta. Collins has never been eager to take the crown from him because he sees him as a father. He once told me that his son will never rule over his father as a king.
Words of a wise son.
Collins and Anthony are my sons. Anthony wants the throne of his father as the first son. But Ezeonu, you and I know that Caesar is not the king. He's only the regent of Mbanta.
Your Majesty, I know exactly what you are saying, but if there is any internal squabble in the family, I am not aware of it.
Collins left the palace earlier today. I don't know his whereabouts. What scares me most is what he might be thinking of doing.
Is he planning to do anything to anybody?
I wouldn't know. But Ezeonu, I have come to plead with you to talk to Caesar. Make him understand the futility of trying to hand over the throne to Anthony.
I will. I will speak with him.
Thank you.
I don't want to hear not connecting. Keep dialing those numbers. I need to know what is wrong with both of them. I need particularly to know what your mother was thinking when...
What could their mother be thinking, Caesar?
I want to know what you were thinking when you advised Collins to run away from this house. What were you thinking?
What matters is what I think now.
Carol, I have no time for frivolities now. Where is Collins?
Caesar, you promised me before we got married that you were going to make sure that Collins becomes king. So what is going on now?
Is Collins the only son you have?
Because I don't think I'm good enough to be her.
And one more word from you.
And you do what, mother? Slap me like you always do. Go ahead and do it. Slap me some more. After all, I don't even think I'm good enough to...
Stop it! Stop it! All of you, stop! Iyo kaka, iyo kaka, anihera pomenana mepomenenu. Iyo kaka, ezokwana nsobapatano.
My name is Immaculate, and I'm wondering if the prince is around.
Good day. The prince. Which of the prince, if I may ask?
Prince Collins.
Young lady, who are you looking for?
Good morning, Your Highness.
Yes.
My name is Immaculate, sir, and I'm looking for Prince Collins.
I know. I am Prince Anthony.
You know what?
I heard my brother has a new girlfriend. Though I have not met you before. But you look exactly the way I expected.
How am I?
Beautiful. Because there is no other word to describe exactly the way you look now.
Thank you, Your Highness.
It's my pleasure.
I actually came to see Prince Collins. Is he around?
I'm sorry to break this news to you. Oh, come on, it's not that serious. Anyway, see, I knew you were expecting to meet Collins at home. And I know you had slated out the time you're going to be with him and the fun and all that. So that I don't want to spoil. But unfortunately, he's out of the house now.
You scared me. And Prince Collins never told me you're this lively and friendly.
Oh, my brother. You don't have to blame him, you know, he has a lot on his hands. And you don't expect him to remember everything.
True. Well, I'm honored to meet you, and I'll be on my way now.
Oh, not too fast, darling. I was actually on my way out before you got here. So why don't you be my guest and I'll drop you home?
No, Your Highness,
That's a humble order from a humble prince. Please get into the car.
By truth and justice, a kingdom stands, but by lies it falls apart. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy, only tears us apart, only breaks us down. A kingdom divided against itself cannot stand.
Hello, what is it? Nothing, Your Highness. I saw Auntie Immaculate.
Oh, okay. Oh my God. Oh, and nobody even remembered to ask her if she was heard from Collins. Where is she now?
She has gone out with Prince Anthony. I saw them driving off now.
What? Okay. Thank you, Ella. Is there anything else?
No, Your Highness. I just wanted to tell you so you could find out if she knows anything about Prince Collins' whereabouts.
Oh, all right. You may leave now. Thank you. Why would Immaculate come to the house, drive out with Anthony without even entering inside the house?
Well, I don't know. You don't know. So why not you call and find out what's behind the reason?
Well, unfortunately, I don't have a number.
So seize the problem. What is it?
Justice, a kingdom stands, but by lies it falls apart. Greed and jealousy, breaks us down. A kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. Fighting each other, we are much stronger when we exist hand in hand, living in peace and love.
So, which of these ones are your house?
I don't think it's necessary for you
Excuse
to
me?
know, but thank you for bringing me back.
Well, that's where you get it wrong. Because I can't bring you all the way from Banta and drop you just along the road. Come on, I have a conscience. I insist. I must take you home.
I understand your concern, but my father will be very mad at me if I bring you to the house. He has never allowed any man to come around.
Allow me to ask, so where are you supposed to come when they're ready?
Prince Anthony, you're not coming to marry.
Well, that's exactly what I'm going to tell your father.
What? You're joking. Don't joke with things like that. I don't want anybody to start asking questions about you, or, you know, to start counting the number of suitors that have come to the house and never married me.
Well, if that scares you, okay, I'm going to tell him something else. But know that I'm not going to drop you along the road. I must take you home.
And you will tell my father you came to marry me?
Well, if that makes you scared, I'll tell him something else.
Do you say things because you mean it, or you just like to talk?
Let's just get to your house first.
Edmond, if there's anyone who should know about Collins' whereabouts, it's you. I beg you in the name of God, if you know anything, please tell us. Not just for me, but for my mother and the entire household.
Princess, I don't know. I don't know how else to convince you that I don't know where he is. I really don't know. He didn't even tell me when he was leaving.
My mom is so worried and it's weighing her down. I hate to see her in that mood.
If I knew where he was, I would have told you.
I believe you, if you say so.
Yes.
Sir, we got the report that your meter is faulty.
That's true.
And we've gone to put it in order.
Oh, fine. Yeah.
And sir, for convenience sake, you should photocopy your bills and place them close to the meter so we can always reach them when we can.
Oh, fine.
Thank you.
Yeah. Uncle?
There's no problem, my son. They came to check the bill and repair the meter. Please, hold on, let me go and bring it.
Very well, sir. Why don't we go and check on the meter to see what is wrong with it while Vivian wait for the man to bring the bill? Okay.
All right, I'll make sure.
Okay.
So beautiful girls like you walk with the power of authority.
You've seen for yourself.
This will be the bill. Chibueze, sir, please collect it from her when she's done.
Okay, sir.
Let me go and complete what I'm doing.
Okay, sir.
By truth and justice, a kingdom stands, but by lies it falls apart. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy only tears us apart, only breaks us down.
So, finally you got to my house, but unfortunately for you and fortunately for me, there was nobody at home. Thank you so much for bringing me back home. And for the money. It's a whole lot of money. Thank you so much.
It's not, come on.
I'm sorry.
I understand. I was almost losing it. But anyway, now that I know your house, I'll come visiting some other time.
Some other time?
Sure.
Here? You want my father to disown me?
He won't do such a thing, trust me. Okay, then I'll see you.
No, not me. It will be a taboo, an abomination for me, Ogwejofo, to enter a barn where cocoyams are tied instead of yam. Now, I cannot.
You are right, Ogwejofo. That's like us cannot sit at home and allow the goats to give birth in theaters. What baffles me is this. Ezeonu is involved in this.
We all are aware how Caesar arrogated himself the title of a king instead of a regent. The boy he was supposed to hold the title for is now a man, so he should take over his father's throne.
Considering the fact that Ezeonu is involved in all their planning, what do you think will happen to us if we decide to fight it openly?
My flathers, man die but once. If Ezeonu decides to experiment his power on me because of the truth, let him go ahead and kill me, and I will be ready to die another death. I will.
I know how fast we want to put Collins on the throne, but we have to put something into consideration.
Things like what, Honora?
We have to be very, very careful, lest we cut our nose to spite our face.
Honora, what are you saying?
If Collins becomes the king, how is he going to lord over a man who he calls father? Caesar's son and daughter are Collins' step brother and sister. If Collins becomes king, how do we reconcile his position against Caesar?
If we can get Her Majesty divorce Caesar, we would have taken care of every implication. I think that is what we're going to do.
I think you have a point.
How are we going to achieve that?
Are you back? Welcome. Ima, did you win lottery?
Why do you ask? Is it because of the money?
Ima, I was the one that gave you transport to Mbanta this morning. Don't you think I should be surprised if I see you with this amount of money?
Well, if you must know, I met Prince.
Prince Collins gave you all this money. That's nice. Well, he told me he's loving and caring, and as I can see, he's also generous to you. And this is very nice, too.
What do you think? He even brought me home.
But, Ima, did you just say he brought you home?
I tried to dissuade him, but he insisted. And he said that he was ready to face whatever music our father will play for him.
And what did Papa say?
Ha! Fortunately for us, there was somebody at home. Okay.
God. Ima, that was some huge risk both of you took. What would you have told Papa? Ima.
He said he was going to tell Papa that he wants to marry me.
Are you serious? He wants to marry you. That means he proposed?
What is going on here?
Her Majesty called us and has not said anything to us yet.
You may leave. Mother, what is wrong? Why are you doing this to yourself?
I'm sorry. I didn't know when I broke down.
Mother, what is wrong with you? Mary's mother all right?
If anything should happen to Collins, I'll hold you and your father responsible.
Why is mother talking like this, Mary?
It's not for you to worry about.
Just one day. One day, you all will understand.
There is something I detest. I don't like it when people compound an already complicated situation. Why did you visit Ezeonu and level allegations against him? Why?
Caesar, you have finally convinced me as to where you stand on this issue. I want you to remember that the two boys in question are both my sons.
They are also my sons.
No. Tony is your son. As for Collins, you have made him believe that he is just your brother's son.
Well, you can at least make things less difficult for Tony.
Thank you for reminding me.
Iyo koko, iyo koko, aniya mepomena mepomenenu. Iyo koko, eziokwana nsogbu apata n'obodo. Iyo koko.
Did you see my son?
We have searched the length and breadth of it.
Did you see my son? Yes or no?
We are not able to find him, but...
Get out! Get out! You have come to receive accolades for not finding my son, right? Get out of my presence! Get out! Idiot! Fool! Ha! What? How could Collins do such a thing to me?
You won't blame the young man for taking such action. It's all about life preservation, and one in danger has no other place to run to than his maternal home.
How is he doing?
Oh, he's doing quite fine. He said I should let you know so that your mind will be at rest.
Brother, please, tell him to come back home.
Oh, he will come back when the palace is favorable.
Yeah.
Your Majesty, Mazibe, the king wants to see you in the throne room.
Oh, tell him I'll be there right now. Sister, let me go and see.
I must have to use everything within my power to secure what belongs to me. Collins is really a threat. I must have to break him, both physically and psychologically, so he wouldn't have the moral will to fight me. Yes.
My prince, His Majesty the King wants to see you in the throne room.
My in-law, Ibe, please sit down.
Thank you.
I had expected that you would come into the throne room since I heard that you came into my house. I didn't see you, and well, I reasoned that you were with your sister and you were comfortable there.
Your Majesty, you know that isn't the case. In fact, I would have come to see you, but I was told that you were busy with someone. So I decided to wait until you finished before coming.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I am sure my wife would have told you about Collins.
Your Majesty, she told me that Collins ran away from home, and no one has set eyes on him ever since then.
Yes. Yes. I wonder why Collins would leave this palace without telling anyone, not even me, his own father. It's indeed painful, very painful. Yes. Well, you're welcome. You're welcome. However, if you should ever hear or learn about his whereabouts, please do not hesitate to let me know promptly.
Your Majesty, you can count on me.
So, how's the family?
Well, they are still in Aba.
I see. I'm done with here. Don't have anything to do again. So why don't I take my in-law inside and give him a befitting welcome?
Oh, thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you. That would be nice. Thank you, Your Majesty.
One thing that has kept me in shock over this issue is that fact that Igwe is making determined efforts to see that this case doesn't end up with the place.
He knows that no evil has befallen Prince Collins.
Even at that.
I'm sure Igwe is worried because since Prince Collins disappeared from home, nobody knows what he's planning, and that is making Igwe very uncomfortable.
Chief Honora, I still insist that Igwe should have gone to the place.
Police?
Yes.
What is he going to tell the police?
Oh, you are asking. That his son disappeared from home, and to think that the police wouldn't want to know why the young man disappeared. Though I believe that Igwe knows what he's doing. But my prayer is that he doesn't bring calamity upon us. So that's my prayers.
I pray so. Wadike, it's late already. Let me start going, eh?
Of course. What's the time now? You're right.
Hello? Who's... Prince Collins? Where have you been? You just disappeared on everybody. Your family has been hounding me for your whereabouts. Of course, they should be worried. Your disappearance has left a lot of things hanging, even on our business side. Where? I'll be there as soon as possible. I said I'll be there as soon as I can. Alright, I'm coming to. Wow.
Enjoy your drink.
After you practically forced me here for a drink.
Would there have been an excuse for me to bring you out to enjoy yourself?
Prince Anthony, do you realize that I am your brother's girlfriend?
Which is the more reason why I should take care of you, right?
Has anybody heard from Collins?
Unfortunately, no. But we're doing everything we can to find out where he is.
Do you think something may have happened to him?
No way. Collins left the house on his own. I needed to know, and I just think that Collins is upset over something that I do not know right now. I've not been able to lay my hands on it, and like I said, we're doing our best to find him, and as soon as we find him, you sure know about it.
Thank you.
What for? Collins is my brother, and I should not get thank you for what I do for my brother. Okay? Well, I don't know how he's been taking care of you, but I do want you to know that from now henceforth, whatever you need and wherever you need it, just call me. Okay?
Are you serious?
I can't be joking with a matter as serious as this. Moreover, you can also stop by at the palace anytime you want to.
That's nice. Thanks.
Let's straight to that.
I'm thinking Collins is not around in the palace, and if I come to the palace to see you, Mary and your mother may misunderstand it.
You're very correct. But in any case, let's just enjoy our moment together and leave the rest to me. I'll work it out.
What business have you got with the police?
Mom. We have all been looking for Collins, and no one has gone to the police to report that my brother is missing.
Is that why you want to drag yourself to the police? Well, my dear daughter, your brother is not missing. He's fine.
Mommy, you can't be too sure. Or are you trying to stop me?
Collins is fine. He's not missing. You remember he left on his own. And recently I discovered that he's staying with my brother. He's fine, even though he doesn't want anybody to know.
Really? Oh my God, I'll kill Collins! Oh, thank God he's fine. Why didn't he...
So if I did not remind you, you would have allowed this business go down the drain.
My brother, I'm sorry. I have a lot of things on my mind now.
Hey, forget the lot you have on your mind. Let's get going before we lose these people.
Truth and justice, a kingdom stands, but by lies it falls apart. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy.
I just showed you. Is this what I think it is?
Itself cannot stand. Fighting each other, we are much stronger when we exist hand in hand. Living in peace and love. A kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. Fighting each other, we are much stronger when we exist hand in hand. Living in peace and love. A kingdom divided against itself cannot stand.
I left that palace because I saw the way things were going and I didn't want to lose my life.
You know, after that dream, I was afraid for your life. But leaving the palace without a solid plan is not the best of moves. Besides, it's not fair that you didn't tell your mother before leaving.
So I should have stayed back and probably got killed before I have a plan.
No, come on, we're on the same page here.
Chibeze, how are you? I came to see your uncle.
No, man, he's not yet back.
All right. When he comes back, tell him I checked on him.
I will, man. Thank you, man.
Chibeze. Who is Chibeze?
God, this guy. That's an Igbo name now. And that's what everybody calls me around here. Do you have any problem with it?
No, I don't have any problem with your name. I don't.
It means God is king.
What are you going to do about him?
I don't want to think about it.
Did you try to reach her, before leaving the palace? Or even after you had left?
I did not. Like I told you, I don't want to think about it.
No, I can't thank you enough for all the gifts you brought for me today. I really appreciate it.
What's that? I mean, what are you thanking me for? For just little things? Okay, let me ask you. What will you then do when I start doing greater things for you? Tell me.
Prince Anthony.
Yes, dearie.
I don't know what you're trying to do. I mean, if you start spoiling me with goodies like this, what will I do when Prince Collins comes back?
Doesn't matter. The most important thing is that you're happy. Case closed.
How do you mean?
What I mean is, it doesn't really matter whether my brother is there or not. What matters to me is that you're happy. Therefore, whatever you ask for, however way you ask for it, I would provide for you. Provided it makes you happy, then I'm good. Just relax, okay? Just enjoy the ride, Mother, I'm really saying this from the bottom of my heart. In every way that I've made you feel bad, please forgive me.
Where is your brother?
Mother, Colin's absence in this house has really given me food for thought. And I must say that I regret every of my actions, and I'm ashamed of it.
Anthony, you are my son, and no one can love you more than I do. Nothing will give me greater joy than to see Collins back to this house, and both of you getting along well like brothers should.
Mother, I promise you that joy will not elude you. I promise to turn a new leaf and to live a more responsible life.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my son.
And in order to assure you that I'm ready to turn a new leaf, I'm also going to get married.
That's great news. But I wish things were a little bit different.
I understand how you feel, but I just wanted you to be the first to know before any other. It's not like I'm going to get married immediately. Then at the right time, I will get married.